Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we will be making the official cocktail of the Kentucky Derby. Based off the ingredients in front of me, you may have guessed we're going to be making the Mint Julep. So we're going to make the cocktail, we're going to talk about its history, and stay tuned to the very end because we will show you how to transform this very simple cocktail and put your own spin on it. Hi everyone, I'm Chris from A Bar Above. I'm a 15-year veteran of the bar and somebody that loves making fun and delicious cocktails. So we're going to make the Mint Julep here in a second, but before we do, let's quickly talk about its history. Now, the Mint Julep is a classic American cocktail. It was made here, it was popularized here, it is quintessentially American. But the flavor combinations that we're working with is actually much, much older. The first reference we get to juleps or juleps goes all the way back to 200 AD. So this is a very old flavor combination we're working with here. Now, what we would recognize as a modern mint julep actually was around the 1700s, and it was utilizing kind of the cheaper versions or what was the most accessible spirits at the time, notably rum and brandy. Now, we all know our American history, and especially as it pertains to alcohol, as the British started to raise taxes, we started turning to much cheaper alternatives, and our local spirit became the best option for that, notably bourbon. So even to this day, when you order a mint julep, most likely you will get it with bourbon. Now, this cocktail has one other claim to fame, and that it is one of the only two cocktails that I know of that are the official cocktails of major sporting events. The first one being the Pimm's Cup and Wimbledon. This one is the official cocktail of the Kentucky Derby. So if you're ever watching horse races, you see the people with the giant hats and little tiny metal cups, they're probably drinking the julep. So now let's go ahead and make the classic American mint julep. To make the mint julep, we're going to go ahead and get a julep cup. If you don't have one of these, feel free to use a bucket, but I just happen to have one, so we're going to go ahead and build it in this. So we're going to go ahead and take a bunch of mint and just drop it right in there. So probably about 10 leaves or so. And we're just going to lightly muddle. We're not going to crush this. We're not turning this into salsa. Just a nice light bruising of the mint. That's all we need to do. That's it. Now to this, we're going to go ahead and build right inside of our vessel here. So we're going to add 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, 2 ounces of bourbon. And now we're just going to go ahead and put crushed ice on this in 2 different stages. So I'm going to go ahead and make some crushed ice now in my favorite Lewis bag and hammer. All right, so now I have all my crushed ice in my Lewis bag here, and we're just going to go ahead and build it right on top. There we are. Now we're just going to go ahead and stir this. And you'll know when the julep is cold enough, if you're using a julep cup, because you will start to see a layer of frost develop on the outside of this. So that's when you know you're done. So we can start to see the frost developing here. And we're just going to keep stirring until we get a nice coating on the glass. All right, now once we have that, we're just going to go ahead and top it off with fresh ice and make a little nice mountain of ice on top of there. Add a sprig of fresh mint on the top to make it nice and dressed up there. And this is something I saw in New Orleans, which I really enjoy, is I'm going to go ahead and put a little powdered sugar right across the top to make it a little bit more visually appealing here. So there we have it, the American Mint Julep. So now for my favorite part of the video, the taste test. So now let's go ahead and taste the julep, shall we? That is delicious. The mint really shines here. You got that rich, round flavor from the bourbon, reinforced with the sweetener. this is a classic julep. Now I will say once again that these flavor combinations aren't new, they're very old. So we're not reinventing the wheel here. If you've ever had Moroccan tea, it's very much based off of this flavor profile. The thing that really elevates this and makes it very American is the addition of that bourbon, which just shines in this cocktail. Now I will say that this is a very simple cocktail to make, which makes it a little bit more on the challenging side. There's nothing to hide behind. So have high quality ingredients, and your precision as a cocktail maker really is going to come through in this particular cocktail. So it's a great place to practice precision and balance of flavor here. Now that being said, with the 3 ingredients that we have, there are still plenty of opportunities for you to use your own creativity. So we have the base spirit, the sweetener, and the herb. The base spirit, you can go crazy. You can do infusions. You can do base spirit substitutions. You could do combinations of bases in there to really make this thing stand out. I think mezcal or a Calvados would go really well in this cocktail. Now on the syrup side, you can go crazy. You can go have a lot of fun just in that one aspect. And on the mint side, I will say that the mint is kind of a quintessential identity of this drink, but you can use mint in combination with other varieties of mint or with different herbs as well. So you can have a lot of fun, but once again, there's not a lot to hide behind here, so precision is key with this cocktail. So there we have it. We have made the mint julep. We talked about its history and shown you plenty of different avenues of how to approach this and apply some new techniques and creativity to this particular drink. We know you've watched videos like this in the past. You know exactly what we're going to ask you to do. Hit the like, subscribe, and the bell icon, and you will get notified anytime we release cocktail videos similar to this one. Until then, I hope you are enjoying your favorite version of the mint julep. Cheers.